Possible, will you please switch on your video, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Dr. Rajav, please hand over the session.
Thank you very much, sir. Welcome back to the afternoon session of second day of International Conference on AI-Powered Technology Integration for Sustainability, AI-PTIS-2024. Now, I would like to introduce our esteemed keynote speaker of the afternoon session, Professor Deepak Garg. Dr. Deepak Garg is Vice Chancellor, SR University, and Founder Director of LeadingIndia.ai. He is Distinguished Professor in School of Computer Science and AI at SR University. He was previously Dean, International and Corporate Affairs, and Dean, School of Computer Science and Engineering, Bennett University, and Director, NVIDIA BU Research Center on Artificial Intelligence. He has also served as Head Computer Science at Tupper University, Patiala. He is a Commissioner of Computing Accreditation Commission of ABET. With this introduction, I would like to invite Professor Deepak Garg to deliver the keynote. Over to you, sir.
Okay, so my slides are visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Okay. So thank you a lot to invite me to this wonderful event. So it is my pleasure to be in front of you and give this talk. So is it in the full screen mode?
No, sir. Please. Yes, sir.
Now?
Now it is in presentation mode. Okay, sir.
Okay. So it is very difficult to give a keynote because we are not sure what kind of audience we have, at what level we need to talk. So generally means Keynote becomes a very journalistic in terms of how the technology is performing today and what are the challenges ahead, so that it is kind of a general guidance to the participants and the authors of different events, how they can take it ahead. But I will be happy to spend more time on question answers if any of you have. Many of you must be supervising PhDs and maybe doing PhDs, and if you are kind of have any advanced questions on any aspect of AI or data sets, I will be happy to answer. So let us start with this keynote. So I have made this poster of different AI movies that you have gone through or you can go through in different OTTs or different online platforms. These are all Hollywood movies, so many of them, and all are related to artificial intelligence at some point of time. Why I am showing this is because if you see an old movie of 10 years back, you will see that almost 50% of what was happening there in the movie is reality today. So if we go with that kind of prediction, if we see any current AI movie and what they are showing, if that is also 50% available after 5 to 6 years in our society, then we are going through a major transformation. So then we are looking forward to again a major change in how we live in the society, how we deal with various things in the society. So I will kind of motivate all of the people sitting here to go through some of these movies and see that what direction the technology is changing. So this is a snapshot of some horror movies where MIT labs in the US, they have made some characters using artificial intelligence. And in many of the horror movies now, they have done experiment that there is no real character. There are all artificially made characters who are working. So that is again bringing up a sea change in the whole entertainment world. So while we are talking so much about Hollywood, because that is one of the important parts of the economy and the social life that people go through, and how the transformation happens in terms of culture and day-to-day things. Now here, this is a very interesting cartoon. Basically, when human beings, they started inventing machines. So basically, we thought that we are making helpers for ourselves. Let us say we have a washing machine, we have a fridge, or we have a cycle, or we have a train or aeroplane. They are all here to help us in something that we are doing. But now, if you see in the middle, there is something happening that the machine is actually guiding the human what to do. So means slowly this transition is taking place where the humans are becoming addicted, either addicted or they are following the recommendations of the machine. And if we go into the extreme, then in some cases they are just kind of puppets of the machine. So let us take some examples. Means all of you are doing this on daily basis, but sometimes you don't realize it. So this is again a scene from a movie where it is kind of apocalypse, that is extreme situation from AI. Is a scenario that some people are giving, that if AI becomes super intelligent and we have artificial general intelligence that comes into our technology, then there can be something where AI takes over the whole world. So AI, as I said, is already having a huge impact in our life. For example, AI is already making decisions for us. Facebook algorithm or YouTube algorithm or any other social media algorithm, they decide which post you see. So what you see is not being decided by you. Out of millions and billions and trillions of posts that people are doing at different times, you are not seeing what you want. You are seeing what they want you to see. So your mind, your thoughts, your preferences, your lifestyle, is being guided by what is being recommended by different advertising agencies by paying money to all these social media platforms. So that is one aspect, that how very subtly the AI recommended platforms, AI recommended posts, they are impacting your day-to-day life. For example, if you go to Flipkart or Amazon, many times you may have noticed that you enter into that application and you want to buy something, but in the end, if you analyze, you end up buying something else and you forget that what you were supposed to buy. So, or you end up buying something that has been recommended by some of the recommendation engines of these particular portals. So that is again a very fundamental thing that has come, that you are not purchasing or you are not even buying what you are eating, what you are wearing. In many cases, those people who very frequently use all these websites, so they are generally dependent upon user reviews, which are also many times flawed and paid and done by the agencies by specific intervention to the users. So you are totally being again kind of controlled by the AI recommended decisions that are being made on these portals. So again, when you are going to Netflix or you are going to Amazon Prime or you are going to Z5 or you are going to any other online TV platform, there are millions of content that they have. They have millions of movies on their platform. But in the front page, they are only showing you 7, 10, 20 recommendations. And in 99% of the cases, the users end up seeing only those content. So again, what I am saying is that these robots, these soft robots that we are talking, now you are not controlling these robots. They are not helping you, but they are controlling you, what to see, what to wear, what to buy, and how to make decisions in your life. So this is a very fundamental change happening, and if you see in the next generation or the current generation, which has taken birth in the mobile age, if you see their behavior, that is again to a major extent being controlled by by these things. So same thing is happening with Google Maps also. Many times, even if you know that how I have to go, you start seeing Google Map, and sometimes there has been instances that people have taken more time when they have known a better place, or they have gone into some other direction where it was not intended to. So means now we have so much become dependent that even if let us say in some kind of extreme situations where these things are controlled by some adversary in the event of some civil war or other situation with the other nations, then these things can be also controlled by other people, and then we can become very vulnerable to these situations. And AI is making decisions whether you want to take umbrella or not, whether you want to go to office or not. So all these things, and let us go to one further extent. Now even marriages are happening like matrimonial.com, bharatmatrimony.com. So you are deciding your partner is decided by AI. There are millions of profiles on dating websites, on matrimony website. So they are recommending you some 5, 10, 15 suggestive profiles, and you end up, if you talk to those people who are on these websites, you generally end up on one of those being suggested by artificial intelligence. So means in one perspective, what we are saying is that your life partner is also AI is deciding. Okay. So that is the extent to which the intervention of AI happened in our day-to-day life. So, and AI is already making decisions for your healthcare also. AI will tell you that whether you have a particular disease or not. So AI will tell you based on your analysis of the tests that you undergo, what kind of medicine, what kind of proteins, vitamins or lifestyle you should have. So, and that is also being decided by big corporates, because the whole training of the model is based on the whatever data they have supplied. And even I was trying this Meta of generative AI. So I was trying this Meta AI model of generative AI, and they are also suggesting whenever you ask some questions and that requires some service, they generally suggest something or some vendors which are again advertising on their platform. So whoever is going through Gemini in Google generative AI or using ChatGPT or Llama, so they are also again prone to taking the decisions which are being recommended by artificial intelligence. So here I am showing you that what is the importance of explainable AI in artificial intelligence. So for example, let us say AI has defined a model where it is based on your test result, it tells you whether how much probability you have that you can have a stroke or not, heart stroke. So the AI system is trained on a stroke data set, and then it says, let us say, right now your prediction is 90% chance that you will have a stroke. So if the AI tells only this much, then it is a very tense outcome from a AI algorithm, because you will become even more tense after seeing this kind of result, because it is not telling you first that why I have this probability of 90% stroke, on what basis this decision has been taken. So the explainability which is very popular now, what it means is that if the AI also explains its output. So if the AI is saying you that right now you have a prediction of 90% score, then it will also tell you why I am saying this. Okay, so that is explainable AI, which we will go into detail in next other slides. So here I want to show you that where the AI has reached, at what stage it has reached, because whenever some new technology comes which is very powerful, the first vendors, first buyers and first investors in those technologies are our defense forces, because they have the most of the budget of the whole world. So that is why they keep on spending, because the nations has to remain competitive and they have to maintain their readiness for any eventuality. So on the top left, if you see, there is a autonomous vehicle sea hunter, which is totally without any human intervention. It can go into the sea and it can do various operations. So then you are seeing the Maven latest drones which are available with US Army, which can again without any human being, they can go and strike anywhere. And they are also making a swarm of drones which are very small in size and which can go for suicide attacks. They don't need to bring those swarms back, so they can do different kind of operations. So on the top right, you are seeing cybernetics alpha dogfight. So this was a very popular event that a AI-controlled jet fighter was competing with a champion or a very senior officer of US Army who was also flying another fighter jet. And it was called Alpha Dogfight, and you will be surprised that the winner of this dogfight was AI-controlled jet fighter. So that tells us that at what level we have reached. Means in the classrooms we are still talking about ABC of AI. We are happy if the student knows what is machine learning and what is AI. If the student can just download some code from GitHub and run a basic AI model, we are very happy that our institution is doing a lot in AI. But that is not even now ABC of AI. So means AI has gone to a very extreme height. So we have to catch up with that. So why these things are important is because this has changed the whole strategy. Means the kind of war that used to happen 5 to 10 years back has totally transformed. Now a very low-level trigger can also start a war, because now you don't risk any human being. There is a little chance of any loss of human life. So if you have seen recently, even the Israel and Palestine war, Israel has used a lot of AI-based surveillance mechanism, and they are also using AI in some of their war strategies. So similar things are happening otherwise also. So they have given a hypothesis of a man-machine superiority. So what it means is that it is also very technical in nature, that if we make any AI system which is totally autonomous, or if we make a totally man-made system which has nothing to do with AI, so those systems will be less superior than any system which is a combined system of man and machine, where the man is having the power of technology helping him, and the final decision or the control is with the human being. So they have said that man-machine superiority will always be a lot more than a standalone machine model, machine system, or a standalone human system. So that is where they are working now. So if we compare this with China, means some of you may be thinking that why I am showing this, because this shows the height of technology, that where the technology is. If you go into the consumer market products, or if you go into the education market products, that will not be the top of technology. If you want to see what is happening in top of AI, you have to see the defense budget and the defense products of different nations. So in China, means in the swarm drones, they are even means a few steps ahead than the United States, because they have made drones which are even smaller, like a sparrow or like a bees, or they have drones like which can look like different birds. So you may not even identify that, let us say, thousands of drones has come into India, they have entered, and maybe we are not able to even identify or even see that they are coming and they can do some damage. And so many of them can be launched. They can spray something on our agriculture land, they can vitiate our water bodies, they can do something with our bridges, they can snap our communication lines. So means the whole infrastructure can be made dysfunctional. So much of lethal swarm drones are possible now. So many of these swarm drones have been many of these projects have been already commissioned, and many are planned up to end of 25. So that means any AI dominated and AI controlled war will be a reality in the next 5 years. So precision attacks have become very easy, because now they have drones, undersea drones also. So you can see that they have submarines which are again suicidal submarines, which are almost impossible to find. So those kind of things are coming up. And if we compare where we are, so we are very nascent in this stage. Our army and our defense, they are trying with experimenting with different swarm systems. They are taking help basically from Israel and some other friendly countries. And we need to work on war footing to stay in the game. So AI-enabled holistic warfare system is one of the strategy that Indian defense forces are working on. So now some people, they say that AI is like AI is okay, we can talk with AI is giving you some general answer like Google search and all. So some people try to belittle the capacity and the capability of AI. So here I am trying to show you that this is one of the century-old problem. This was also known as a millennium problem. This is known as a protein folding problem. So this problem was solved around 2 years back by DeepMind of Google, and totally with the help of artificial intelligence. And how powerful it is that previously, to understand the shape of a protein, almost one PhD student used to determine the shape of one protein in his or her PhD. But now the whole array of millions and billions of possible protein structures has been done with this particular innovation in the matter of days. So that is the how we are going ahead. And now they have come up with the software known as AlphaFold. The second version and the third version are also on the horizon. And now they can automate the whole molecular structures and protein structures during using that software. So whatever the scientists they used to do, they may have done the work in centuries. Now they can do in the matter of minutes. So that is how the healthcare is evolving. And in the genomics also, if you see now some companies, they are working that how to fast track the invention of new medicine. Because otherwise it was almost a 7 to 10 year cycle if some new medicine has to come into the market. But now, because of all the AI invention, the cycle has shortened to almost 1 year. And that in 1 year also most of the time is taken by regulatory agencies. The technical part of it has become very less. So the technical part has only become around 1 month. Another invention that has been done by artificial intelligence is that artificial intelligence was able to solve Schrodinger's equation. So many of you who are working in physics, electronics or chemistry, they may be knowing the importance of Schrodinger's equation in different items. So Schrodinger's equation was also solved using artificial intelligence, and one of the recent uses of Schrodinger's equation in quantum chemistry has helped to predict the physical and chemical properties of molecules. So within the arrangement of items within a 3D space. So otherwise within a 3D space there are trillions of possibilities that the atoms can take shape. But now with the help of this AI-based invention, we can do a lot more with this. So these kind of extreme innovations are also being helped using AI. It is not that AI is just into our mobile phones and helping us to do some entertainment and all those things. So the next frontier of AI, what the scientists are doing is, they are now trying, already some signals are there that AI can innovate itself. AI can come up with some new innovations. Doesn't mean it means there is a different thing if you say AI is helping you to innovate, but there is another thing to say AI is innovating itself. So means some of the equations like E is equal to mc square, we remember these that scientists, and we say that this is one of the equations where we know that how the universe is working. So there are Newton's laws, then there are these equations. But now people are trying to, that AI can come up with the new equations, whichever we are missing, either in mathematics or physics or chemistry, and we can break new frontiers in technology and science. So all that is being done in some of the prominent labs of the world. So then all of you know that this is a Go game. This is the most complex game of the world played by Chinese, and this was also solved using artificial intelligence. And another very important milestone is that if you know that in our traditional Indian system, we used to say that who are the most intelligent people on earth? We used to say that the most intelligent people used to do Shastra using Vedas. That they used to, in the court of the king, they used to do the Shastra. What is life and all those things using our Veda Puranas. But now IBM has come up with a machine which can do a contest with you, which can argue with you, which can do a declamation contest with you. So you can give any topic to the machine and you can bring up a champion of that topic, and the machine will kind of do a Shastra or a counter argument with that person. And in many of such experiments which have been publicly done in seminar rooms, the machine has won the champion from the champion. So this is not a system which we can make in 1 day or 1 year. This took around 15 years to IBM to make this system, because previously it was all feature-based system, and now they have evolved to a more AI-based technologies. So here they are talking about, let us say one topic they are talking is why we should subsidize preschools and all. Then there was another topic that why the government should invest in space science, whether they should invest in their people who are poor. So those kind of topics were also discussed in some of these. And in the entertainment world, you see this whole fashion show in one of the European cities was totally designed by AI. So there was no fashion designer. The whole fashion designing thing was done through artificial intelligence. So these things are not coming into our institutions. Means these are in the hands of few people. So some of our institutions needs to go into different domains of AI and start adopting these application-based technologies, so that our students can also be in the front to run these kind of applications. And this is one of the music shows again done in Europe, which was totally composed by AI. So there is no music composer, there is nobody who is rehearsing the music, there is nobody who is preparing for that night for many days, but it is just an instant music coming out of AI. And the thing is that people are not able to distinguish when they come out. Somebody asks that our music, they don't even know that the music that we have just heard was generated by AI. They are means good with it. So that is the kind of advancement that has happened. So we left the topic of explainable AI. So if we want to go into the slide details of explainable AI, is how the AI can explain that why I am doing certain things, why I am responding like this. There are three kind of things to work on if there is any researcher who want to have different problems in their PhD or explainable AI. One is explainable data, one is explainable predictions, and one is explainable algorithms. Because any AI system has these three major components. So explainable data means what data was used to train the model and why. So one thing is you are using some data and you say, oh, this is working fine, my accuracy is 90%, my accuracy is 85%. But then we also have criteria, what is good data, what is bad data, what kind of data should be used. There should be local examples to consolidate your data. But here we are asking a question that why we are using that data, because most of the problem till now, 99% of the problem in any AI system are just because of the data they are using. Because if you think of yourself also, you are now as a person what you are, who you are, why you are. You are just because what you have heard, what you have seen, what you have gone through in your life till now, those all experiences are making you as a person, whatever you are. So similarly, any AI model also, whatever data we have fed, so same kind of characteristics, same kind of biasing, the AI system will show in the output also. So if we have to explain the results of AI, it is very important to understand what is the input that is coming to this whole system. Then explainable predictions is what features and weights were used for this particular predictions. So which model you are using, how many hidden layers were there, which activation function was there, what was the momentum, what was the learning rate, which kind of gradient descent function you have used. So all those things you need to know, because they can throw out a different kind of output. So which feature you were using, which features were ignored, which features were artificial features. So you have synthetic data for which feature you have original data. So all those kind of things will help you to explain your outcome. And then explainable algorithm is what are the individual layers and the threshold used for a prediction. So because now in some cases you can also switch off some layers, you can switch on some layers, switch off some layers. Within the layers also you can make some hidden nodes which will not be used for that particular iteration. You can, so all those things you can use. So now there are automated systems which can explain that why this result is there. But then there is a problem of something called reverse explainability also. Means if you are giving too much explanation, let us say if you are using explainable AI in bank application, that why my loan application was rejected, why my application for creating a new account has been rejected. If AI starts explaining those things, then in some cases there is a chance that the application will reveal the business logic of the organization. So in that case, it can means harm the business interest of that AI application. So people are still trying to understand, doing research on how the explainable AI should be handled, because explanations also for the same kind of model, there can be hundreds of different explanations. So which explanation is to be given, which explanation is right, which explanation is wrong. So those kind of things are coming up. So here you can see means again one more explainable AI model that talks about that how different components of AI ecosystem they talk to each other. So in a potential applications, what AI can do is means for general public, AI generally says that if it is not able to cure, let us say, then it is able to give you some advance warning of a potential disease. So recently, if you may have seen that what this Microsoft has done with diabetic retinopathy, that they can take the image of your retina and they can tell you various symptoms that in potential what kind of disease may happen, and you may start taking some precautions from now onwards so that you can actually avoid that disease coming to you. So AI can help you to avoid hospitalization and prevent disease with early diagnosis. So that is one thing. And then in the natural language processing, already a lot of advancements have happened, and recently, last week Google has released around 100 more languages in which it can translate, which are spoken by even close to 1,000 people on the whole planet. So those languages has also been added in the translation of Google Translate. So how good that is, means those people, let us say some language which is only spoken by 1,000 people on some island, so they are not able to communicate with the world outside. Now how good they will feel that with the help of Google Translate they can understand and speak any language. They can read millions of knowledge documents available across the world in other languages of the world. So those kind of useful information is there. And now Google has also come up with a device where you can real-time translate. In the latest Samsung phone, they have a capability in some of the languages that if you speak, immediately it will speak the language of your choice. It will translate and then it will also speak in other language. So if you are going to travel to some other country, you want to talk to somebody who doesn't know your language, then you are using. For example, here also I am sometimes using that for my driver who doesn't know my language. So those kind of things happen, and that is how NLP is helping. And to all this new generation, it looks very easy that, okay, somebody is speaking in English and now you are speaking it in Telugu or in Tamil. But this has taken, around 20 years of research. And this has, on the background, so many complex algorithms and servers are running. And billions of data sets and words of data, sentences, documents have been used to make this possible. So just to translate from one line of one language to another line of another language, it is taking so much of resources. Similarly, infinite possibilities with AI. When now we have autonomous machines, you say already Tesla cars are running in US roads. So many of them are semi-autonomous. So if you have gone to US recently, you may have seen all those Tesla cars running on US roads which are semi-autonomous. So we are saving millions of lives and billions of dollars in damages, reducing cost per mile. So Precision agriculture is another area, means if some of you are related to agriculture or if you have such courses available, Israel is number one in this kind of AI technologies. So this is trying to solve the food security of the world, because what is happening, the land is decreasing where we are able to do agriculture. A lot of human population is increasing, and more and more land is being used for housing, for industry, for other purposes. So in the precision agriculture, what we do is we create a tractor-like robot. So for example, we have a laser printer, colored laser printer. Laser printer generally have three kind of cartridges, maybe red, green and blue. So based on different cartridges consumption, it gives you a colorful picture. So similarly, these tractor robots, they have also different kind of sensors and different kind of storage. For example, in one storage they have water, in one storage they have fertilizer, in one storage they have pesticides, and then they have sensors. They have pressure sensor, they have a temperature sensor, then they have a weather sensor, they have a moisture sensor, then they have camera sensor. So while they will travel through the field, immediately they will keep on analyzing that which plant needs how much fertilizer, how much water, how much pesticide, based on the exact needs of the plant. As of now, whatever farmers are doing, they are throwing the pesticide in the whole farm. So they are kind of wasting a lot of it, which is not actually going to the roots of the plant. And same happens with the pesticides. Lot of excess pesticide is being used. So in this case, around 1/3 of the content will only be used. So now if we are using 300 kg of fertilizer, then only 100 kg of fertilizer will be used. So same thing with water, same thing with other all ingredients. So that is how the precision agriculture, which is very precise plant to plant, and the overall utility of the whole yield of the farm is also increased. So we are increasing the yield and we are decreasing the consumption of all the necessary ingredients. So that is how the precision agriculture is helping us in food security. So these are your day-to-day uses of AI. From the morning when you start, you wake up, you start using AI. When you put up your biometric or your face impression in your mobile, you are starting AI. So means the very first thing you do in the morning, you are using AI. And then, so whether you are using some chatbot to complain about your phone or about any electrical appliances, or whether you are using some payment system, or whether you are giving some recommendations online, or whether you are using a personal assistant like Siri or Google Assistant or any chatbot, you are essentially using AI whole of your day, even if you know it or if you don't. So what are the major challenges now in front of AI? One I have already explained is explainability of AI. So let us take one another example. This was popular in one of the US hospitals, that if so they have employed a machine which takes the tests of the patient and do the diagnosis and tells the patient whether the patient has cancer or not. Now every AI technology is probabilistic technology. It is not a deterministic technology. So there is accuracy attached with every AI system. It is not 100% correct, never. It may be 80%, 90%, even 99%, but still the AI can give you false results. And that is where the expert advice is very much valuable. So what they were doing is, let us say their system accuracy was 94%. So that means out of the 100 patients that will come, 94 will get right result, 6% will get wrong result. So what is the possibility that some people who have cancer, the system will say you are all good. There can be another case that some people, they are good, but the system will say you have cancer. So what will happen to those patients? Means their life will become terrible. They don't have anything, and the system is saying you have cancer, and the doctors are starting their prescription for the cancer, and the patient has no cancer, right? So where the patient will go? What are the appeal? What are the judgment systems in this? Who is responsible? Whether the doctor is responsible, hospital is responsible, or the software engineer who has written the code for that AI is responsible, or the team leader, or the CEO of the software company who has provided this whole AI system is responsible. So that is a very fundamental question, and that is where the explainability AI becomes very important. So the system will also tell you that if you have cancer, why I am saying this. If you don't have cancer, why I am saying this. So that is one of the major challenges where the researchers are working so that they can undo or they can unhide some of the black boxness of AI systems. And the second is human in the loop. So recently some systems were deployed in defense environments where the AI can take decision automatically. Means based on the visual surveillance, let us say we have deployed some AI systems on our border, and there are some cameras deployed there, and in the camera AI system sees that there is some intruder coming from across the border. Then the AI system will automatically start shooting or throwing some bombs or bullets or whatever. So there is no human in the loop, just based on the camera surveillance and the image recognition systems. They have identified that there is some enemy movement and somebody is coming towards our border, and they will start shooting. So these kind of systems are called autonomous systems, but as per the AI safety standards, we should never use autonomous systems. There should be always human in the loop. So that is what is the major challenge, that all the regulations, whether it is the European regulations or US regulations, now they have told that the final decision, wherever the life is involved, human life or human health is involved, the final decision for any trigger in the AI system has to be done by humans, not automatically by AI. AI can give a recommendation to the human being or the decision maker, but the final decision is the responsibility of the human or the officer who is sitting on that machine. And the third is data dependency. So by default, the whole world is a biased world. You are also all biased, I am also biased. Some are biased towards their language, some are biased towards their state, some are biased towards their religion, some are biased towards their family, maybe their company, their organization, their color, their language, whatever. So the whole human literature is full with bias. When we say gender bias, why there is a gender bias? Because till now, historically, there has been gender bias. So that is why the whole literature, whole content which is fed into the online systems, they have inherent bias. So if we make just a biasless AI system, that will also become a problem because society will not accept it. And if we make a biased system, then also the society says that why AI is doing bias, because bias is only the territory of human beings. So that is again one of the challenges that people are trying to solve, that data dependency and how to remove bias in the system. So the another challenge is the probabilistic nature of AI. So if any of you is thinking that AI is magic and it can do anything, then you are not right, because AI cannot do everything. AI can only work on some problems where previously we used to have heuristic algorithms, where previously we used to use some soft computing techniques. And the carbon footprint of GPUs. So I was reading one blog that even when you are sending one email, or if you are doing one question on ChatGPT or on Gemini of Google, the single question answer with a LLM is equivalent to almost 12 hours of bulk consumption that you are taking light from. So means so high usage of energy in data centers or in servers that are being used by all these big AI servers. So There were some people who were saying that AI will help in reducing the carbon footprint and maybe human life will be better. But now AI is also contributing in the carbon footprint of the planet. So people are coming up with the green data centers. All big companies have defined a target for them that how they will reduce their energy requirements for data centers and server farms. Because all these big companies, Amazon, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, they are using millions of servers, not hundreds and thousands. They are having millions of servers across the world. So that may be equivalent to the whole power that your city may be using, or some combined power usage of multiple cities. Then compute localization. So like Government of India has passed regulation on data localization, similarly compute localization is also important. Because let us say if you are working on a cloud platform, either AWS or Google or Microsoft Azure, whatever algorithm your PhD scholars or the research lab is experimenting on, their controlling server is in some other country. So maybe some of your crucial research, if you are working on a sensitive project, can be leaked because of not having compute localization. The compute localization, like all big GPU servers which are needed for AI calculations when you are working on GitHub or when you are working on Google Colabs, so all those are not residing in your country, they are residing in foreign countries. So that is why compute localization is very important. Then all these are general challenges, lack of enabling data ecosystem. So we don't have a data pipeline. Many students come to me that no doctor is giving us a data, no lab is giving us data. Why they will give data? There has to be a data pipeline where the authenticity and autonomousity of data is taken care. And the government has to step in and make a data pipeline and send some guidelines, so that all the hospitals, they easily share their data, all the research labs, the government systems, they also start sharing data on that data pipeline, and it can be used by researchers, by whichever organization wants to have access to that data. So they can have proper recording, they can maybe charge something based on some data tokens and all. So some data pipeline has to be created. And low intensity of core research. So the whole of India is just doing some application-based AI. In all over the country, hardly there are researchers who are working in core AI. So institutions need to slightly move towards that. That is one of our responsibilities, that some of our faculty and PhD scholars, they start working in core research areas of AI, which I mentioned in my previous slides. And inadequate availability of expertise, manpower and skilling opportunities, and high resource cost and low awareness for adopting AI in the manufacturing processes and business processes. Because if you see, we have a very large system of SMEs, small scale, medium scale and micro scale enterprises. They don't have knowledge, and they don't have expertise, and they don't have skills available on how to integrate AI into their ecosystem and how to take benefit from AI. So that is again one of the challenges that, or it is an opportunity also. Many startups are started working with many MSMEs to integrate AI into their processes. And there are unclear privacy regulations. The government is going very slow. So many startups who want to start new systems, new AI models, they are not sure whether we are following some laws, or we invest on something and future some law comes that you are not doing the legal thing, then their whole investment will be wasted. So all these privacy regulations and AI regulation has to be very clear. And unattractive intellectual property regime to incentivize research and adoption of AI. So that is a general challenge. And the 5 focus areas of government for AI adoption is healthcare, agriculture, education, smart cities and smart mobility. Why the government has chosen all these 5 areas? Because there is a very low risk of any job replacement or any job reduction in these areas. healthcare was anyway at the bottom in the country. So whatever will happen, we will kind of progress in healthcare. So there is no danger of losing any jobs. Already we are short of jobs in healthcare. We need more people. So then agriculture also, as of now, we have not seen any reduction in jobs. The jobs are increasing. So even if we implement technology, it will ultimately help us to transform our agriculture sector. So there is no risk involved. It is all positive if we start using technology. Same is with education. As of now, we have not seen any job losses because of AI in education. So the teacher to student interaction, man-to-man interaction and dialogue will remain essential in human life. So there also we can start using AI more and more. And same thing with smart cities and infrastructure and smart mobility and transportation. Means as of now, if we see Indian traffic system, I don't think at least for next 10 years we can come up with autonomous vehicles that can run on Indian roads. So that is not possible. So we are not going to lose any drivers or any job in our transport sector also as of now. So just giving you one example to conclude my talk that how AI has transformed in silico used an algorithm to sift through petabytes of biochemical data to find a potential drug in only 21 days. So it used its generative tensorial reinforcement learning algorithm to create digital representation of molecules with properties that inhibit an enzyme. So otherwise it may have taken 10 years to find out this particular molecule. But with the help of AI, the model produced 30,000 candidates. Instead of experimenting on all 30,000, they have to only experiment on 6 of the most promising candidates in the lab. And luckily, one of those 6 candidates did inhibit the enzyme in mice, and that is how it helped them to come up with this particular drug in 21 days. So let us take some questions from you, from the audience. Anything you want to ask, even if it is not related to the talk, anything in AI.
Hello, Professor Deepak. This is Prasad.
The voice is not coming. The system is on mute.
Hello, Professor. This is Prasad. How are you?
Hello.
How are you, sir? I think after a long time I'm looking at you again.
Yeah, I was planning to come there. I was very much interested, but due to some maybe some other time I will join you.
It should have been much better if you have seen the campus. I think long back you came.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking one question to him. We have a lot of algorithms. Do algorithms come under the band of theorems or laws?
I'm not able to understand. Can
we use lot of
the voice is bouncing because of the big hall.
We use a lot of algorithms in machine learning, right? In decision making. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, if you can speak slowly with pauses, then it may help maybe.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, that is better.
Okay. I think using a mic is not helping much then. No, we use a lot of algorithms in machine learning, right? In decision making.
Right.
Now, where they come, are they considered as theorems or laws?
No, they are not considered as theorems. Means now they are becoming part of the model making of AI system. Because what we are doing now in many systems, if single model does not work, then we use ensemble of models, which is generally called as ensemble. Sometimes you call it as a forest search or forest decision trees. So then you are using multiple machine learning models and you see that which one is giving you the better outcome.
Is it a law or a notion then?
Come again?
It can be a notion then?
Yes.
can be taken as a motion?
Yes.
Okay. So most of the medical diagnosis, finally people end up in saying that correlate clinically the final decision whatever they make. So human intervention is must.
Human intervention is must. In some cases means what can happen is that AI can help them to take the decision faster and take the decision based on better information that AI will provide, better analysis they will provide. But humans will take care of any extreme cases or any hallucinations or wrong answers. But that also may be problem because I am fearful that after some time the next generation, because they are fully relying on AI, whatever AI is saying they are thinking that the AI is kind of God. So whether they will have the capability to even decide that if AI is speaking wrong or not, because they have to understand the fundamental principles and have to be very strong.
Functional knowledge makes a decision panel.
Yes, means now if you see if AI is coming to a hospital, those doctors have at least worked for 10 to 12 years as a functional knowledge they have. So they can easily distinguish. But somebody who is only starting with AI only, for them it will become very difficult.
Yeah. So functional knowledge is crucial in making a decision.
Right? Same applies to army officers, same applies to government officers. Let us say if there is a disaster and somebody has to take a decision and there are human lives involved, unless that person doesn't have the experience of those kind of situations, then he can take a wrong decision also.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, anyone else?
Sir, I have a question, sir. I'm Janardhan from Mechanical Engineering Department. Sir, how AI can be implemented in the core engineering courses in our curriculum, sir?
Actually, AI is more practical in core engineering branches. If you see now the major investment is happening in the manufacturing companies on AI. If you go to any car manufacturing companies or you go to some battery manufacturing companies or many more. So one is they are doing is that the whole they are doing preventive maintenance checks with the help of only AI. So there are cameras and sensors there available in all the machines. So let us say they have a noise sensor or they have a pressure sensor or they have a vibration sensor installed on a machine and that sensor is giving a regular data. So they know that if the readings of those sensors are changing, which are not normal, then they will understand that they need to recheck the machine and any equipment or component of that machine which may have gone faulty. Otherwise, the humans may not have checked that. They may have ignored that and the whole machine may have gone wrong and you may have lost millions of dollars if that machine is costly. And same thing is happening in quality testing. When the product is coming out from the assembly line, then it is not being checked by humans. It is being again checked using the image processing techniques. Not only the manufactured products, but also now it is happening in terms of fruits, vegetables, dry fruits and those kind of things. That whatever is coming out is of what quality, whether it is to be rejected or it is to be used. So that is one aspect, and then they are also using it for customer retention. They are also using it for their business expansion. And now we have this technology called digital twins, where if you have one plant of one company and they want to replicate the plant at some other place with the same kind of parameters. Otherwise, first it was done by Asian Paints. So means what they saw otherwise means without the use of AI, different plants were never having the same color of the same coat. That was a minor, even if a minor difference, but the color of two plants for the same coat of paint was not same. So then they used the digital twins and they find out that what kind of difference there is, how those machines are operating. It may be a different of weathers at that particular place. It can be a difference of the different brand they are using for different components, right? Or there can be some other reasons. So that's how they were able to create digital twins. So that is all about mechanical. Even in civil engineering, a lot of AI is being used in all the top brand manufacturing civil engineering companies. So they are making smart buildings. So people need to understand, and all the old equipments that you used to use for surveys, for health checkup of buildings or bridges, now they are all gone. If you see the companies of Europe and US, the equipment they are using, they are totally automated. You can just take the aerial view of a building and it can give you millions of parameters from just one video. So you don't need to go individually, manually to every room, to every part of the building to assess the building. So that kind of smart material, smart manufacturing is happening. This is not I am talking, this is in real. Companies are using day to day. So maybe that means because we don't spend too much, we still want to do a construction with 1,000 rupees square feet cost, so we may not be using that. But all the advanced companies, they are using in other countries, and slowly it will come to our country also. And then if we talk about electronics, electrical, very much they are using all healthcare products that are coming up, new machines that are coming, they are using AI technologies. You may have seen many robotic surgeries happening already in the metro cities. You may have seen many doctors using remote procedures to operate. So all that is happening. So I think now the major risk is computer science actually, because if a company uses 10 coders previously, now they just need 2 coders, and in next 2 years they will just need 1 coder out of 10. So that is a major means the transformation has to happen in all the branches. That how they are teaching. We are still teaching the C++ and I don't know what, right? And we are talking calculate the area of a triangle and sum of 2 numbers. Means our teachers and institution, we should be shameful. Means what we are doing, where the technology has gone. So
even the students are not expressive. They are not even able to tell what is that triangle. Everything is coming under the 4-foot doorsteps. They're not able to express. They're not expressive also.
I am sorry, but means in all these such cases, I am on the side of students. The problem is only with teachers. Means they are not upgrading themselves. If they are not thinking, they are not changing as per the requirements of new millennial teacher, means graduates or students. Even in our houses also, parents are not able to cope up with their children, right? They are all AI children. The same thing is happening with teachers. In the house we have 1 children, 2 children, they don't talk to us. In the class you have 40, 60 students. Why they will talk to you? You have to go to their level. So you don't want to go to their level, you want them to come out of their zone and talk to you. So actually we need to change. There should be special workshops and things that how we need to talk to this. We need to be friendly. We need to be humble. We need to be kind of knowledgeable. Then they will respect you. Then they will attend your class. But if we are just showing that this is the syllabus you have to read, this is 75% attendance, this is this rule and that rule, this discipline, that discipline, I am sorry, nobody will listen. This is a different world. Means I don't know whether you have different kind of students, but what I have seen here also means
the students are same. Students are same.
Yeah, students are same. So that's what
coming back to the point what the colleague asked, no, intervention of AI in mechanical and all. Typically in manufacturing sector, where we used to call adaptive controls, the so-called adaptive controls which are there in the machines earlier, now they are now being driven by AI. For the quality assurance, for all the quality assurance and adaptive controls used to be there. We used to study like adaptive controls, now they are being AI driven.
You are absolutely right.
Sir, can you take one more question, sir?
Yeah, from your side?
Yes, sir. Sir, can you take one more question, sir? Is my voice audible, sir?
You can
Yeah, please.
don't use the mic.
Leave the mic. Leave the mic.
Don't use the mic. Don't use the mic. That is AI.
So my question is, actually there was a news yesterday that Robert has committed suicide in South Korea. So was it misinterpreted or when artificial stress equals that suicide? Is there any possibility? Those are my questions.
Definitely, suicides are increasing all over. So, what you are saying, robots do a Saturday suicide?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, that is not a fake news, because actually means a robot doing a suicide itself is a fake means modeling of the whole thing, right? What is happening if you have seen the AR VR advancement, so they will say that there was a news around 4 or 5 months back that there was a rape in AR VR of somebody, some female model in that AR VR model, right? So if you are part of that AR VR mindset, then yes, it was. And if you are part of this robot mindset, you are also a robot, then yes, it was a suicide. Otherwise, for a human being, robot suicide means nothing, right? Whether we are able to distinguish that or not, our current generation will stop distinguishing that. So we will be counted as robots and robots will be counted as us. So that differentiation we have lost. So whatever is happening in this online virtual world where you are as an avatar, where you are just using your alias, whatever is happening, that should not impact your psychology or physiology or your mindset. It should not bother you. So if some students are playing mobile war game, they are killing thousands of people, they don't feel any remorse. Or if they are getting killed, they get a new life immediately. They have 3 life in every mobile game, right? So means at that time also we can say, we are dead. Again we have come out from the death and now we are starting again to play.
We need to come out of the illusion.
Right. Okay, very nice interaction with you. Thank you very much. Look forward to meet you sometime. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for a very interesting presentation which covers the broad spectrum. Thank you very much, Professor Deepakar. Now I request the audience to go to their respective sessions in Block 3 and we shall meet again at 4:30 p.m. for valedictory session. Thank you.
Recording stopped.